Hey guys, that tribute guy here. Don't have a lot of time for any chit chat, so let's hop right into what I want to talk to about today, and that is brand new information about Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer. Uh, I know the reveal hasn't happened yet. No, this isn't a fake video. I'm getting my my sources, Charlie Intel. For those of you who don't know, he's one of the best sources on all things Call of Duty. He usually gets most of his information before anybody else does, and he's 100% legit. He's hardly ever wrong. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, all multiplayer maps will contain some dynamic element. Also, further down the list, going to go ahead and bind it into two dynamic maps, which will include earthquakes, flooding, player-driven action, doors, and explosive traps. Guys, this is exciting news. It's first ever for Call of Duty, first ever for any game. Not 100% sure if Battlefield will have similar things across the board, if they'll have all dynamic maps or not. Hasn't really been talked about much. Now, I am part of the Battlefield 4 beta, so I will get to experience some of those things firsthand to see if all of those maps have said such things. We know the one map they've showed so far does, but as far as Call of Duty, it is confirmed now. All maps will have some form of dynamic element to it, so that is something amazing to look forward to. Alright, next things next, and this is a really quick one and I can move on. Ghost will be supporting competitive multiplayer of some sort. So, don't have any details yet on what it's going to be. Don't know if it's going to be similar to League play or something along those lines or not. Just know, all you competitive gamers out there will be a competitive mode for you. Alright? A lot of people, ever since the trailers have come out, have wanted to know more about the dog. They've wanted to see more about the dog. They're so stoked that they get to play a dog through parts of single player. Well, guess what, guys? You're now going to also be able to get to play the dog in multiplayer. But I'm sorry, that probably came out a little bit wrong. The dog will be in multiplayer. You won't necessarily get to play as him throughout the entire match. I'm going to assume that he's going to be a score streak of some sort, similar to the RCXD, where it's going to be a one-off. You run around with him, find somebody and try and kill them, and the dog can be killed while you're running around, so you're going to have to be careful and try and get a really quick kill with it. But alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next part, which is, once again, I'm going to go ahead and condense all three of these into one. It's dolphin diving will not be making a return in this next game. Don't know if this was really ever a question. Dolphin diving was only ever in Black Ops and Black Ops 2 that I can remember. They didn't have anything of the sort in Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare. So don't know if it was really a question or whatnot. I don't think anybody really thought that it was going to be making a return in Ghost. But it's official, it's not going to be. But what will be coming to Ghost is an element that is actually a part of Battlefield games and Medal of Honor games, and that's the ability to lean and the ability to slide. So this was supposed to be across all platforms. Wii users, the Wii U guys, don't climb on me. This is what I'm reading, so whoever Charlie Intel gets his information from might be talking just Xbox One and PS4, PS3, and so on and so forth, as the game's going to come across all those consoles. But they're pretty simple things to do. I don't think it's going to really be any big to do to make you slide and lean. So I would expect it. So expect to be able to slide and lean. And I kind of hope that it's going to be the way that it is in Battlefield 4 and Medal of Honor, because I know I've had some games where I've run into one building, shot a guy in one place, shot another guy in another, ran out of ammo, was trying to reload, saw a dude come through a door, sprint, slid, and started just meleeing the crap out of somebody. So hopefully, we will see similar actions, the ability to do all that, because that would just be awesome. But but we'll have to see how it goes. Maybe we'll see an example of it in the multiplayer reveal on August 14th, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm stoked about it. It's going to be an awesome element to the game. The next part is as you can already tell, there's been a lot added to the multiplayer, the sliding, the leaning, the dynamic maps. It's going to be a completely new experience, but I hope that it's still going to have that COD feel. But one of the things that the developers are talking about, that this is going to be a completely revamped multiplayer. So, like I said, hopefully it's going to have that same feel. It's going to be quick. It's going to be going. So that way, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you play this game, it's going to feel like you're playing Call of Duty. And I'm just hoping that they're just pulling some great ideas from other games to establish into this one, and just adding some new things and taking away the bad. But once again, no real anything more I can elaborate on that. I don't have the information for you. Once again, maybe it's something that they held from Charlie Intel, but hopefully it's something that we'll hear a little bit more about at the reveal, because let's face it, those guys, they got to hold something back from us, All right, so let's move on to the next part. This is something that gamers have been wanting for a while, the COD community has wanted for a while, and that is character customization. You've been hearing a lot about it. We've been hearing a lot about it from all gamers, but specifically we've been hearing about it from the female gamers. So let's go ahead and put this out there. Character customization has, what we have confirmed is the ability to choose your head, body, helmet, and gear. Now, whether bodies includes different genders, I do not know. I'm not going to sit here and say, yes, women of the world that play Call of Duty, you are going to get the chance to play as a female. I'm not going to say that because I just don't know. Knowing the backstory of this game, the way that it is, the main characters, the storyline seems to be following a guerrilla force, so there's always that possibility that yes, we're going to. There's a possibility. If it's going to be done, it's going to be done in this game. So ladies, look for it. If it doesn't happen, don't expect it to happen again at all. Period. Across any game, because I could believe realistically that a woman might pick up a gun and fight during a guerrilla war state like this, like it's going to be in Call of Duty Ghost. But once again, if it doesn't happen in this game, don't look for it to happen again. So no promises, no anything. But we are going to be able to customize our characters to some extent, which is just totally awesome. I know I've been waiting for it. A lot of people have been waiting for it. Don't know fully to what extent or how customizable they'll be, but that'll just be something we'll have to wait and find out. Alright, so on to the next, and I'm going to once again combine these two things together to make this shorter, is that the maps are going to be as different as possible. Each map is going to be as different as they can possibly make it. That means no more constant all urban warfare maps, no more constant like all small maps or all medium sized maps or all large sized maps. They're going to be their own sizes, they're going to be their own layouts, they're going to be their own everything. There's each map is going to be as different as possible from each other. Which is going to be completely awesome. And also, they're removing the symmetrical map layouts. So, what that means is, it's essentially, the best way I can put this is that Call of Duty games tend to be laid out, the maps tend to be laid out in straight lines. Whether it be a straight diagonal line, or a vertical line, or a horizontal line. They tend to be drawn out like that. The flags tend to be lined up perfectly, and that's the way that it's always been. And one of the things that when it comes, I assume that they're going to be trying to lay the maps out more naturally, which will mean that, hey, God doesn't build in straight lines. So it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be interesting to see how they do it, and I can't wait. Alright, next part is that one map has a point where a satellite crashes into the map. Whichever team gets to it first gets a UAV. Now, I have a feeling that this is intended to force people into engagements to stop people from camping in certain game modes like TDM. So something's going to happen that's going to force you to that point, that's going to force you to engage because you're going to want that UAV. Now, whether there's going to be more maps with similar things that occur like that to get people to come there, even in non-objective based game modes like TDM, I don't know, but it's just going to be something that's going to be interesting, and we're going to have to wait and find out. But that definitely sounds like a great idea to me. Okay, the next and final thing is that there will be a new online mode called Squads. Now, the person who gave me this information wasn't exactly Charlie Intel, but I went and checked to make sure that this information came from Charlie Intel. This person is assuming that this Squads game mode is going to be a game mode where you spawn near your opponents, or your teammates, spawn on them. And I'm going to go against that and say no, I don't believe that's what it is. I think Squads is going to be for all those clans that have complained about how they can never get people to stay in matches with them when they pop in. You know, I mean, anytime you pop in with a team and you're all sporting that same clan tag, we've all been there. We've seen people ditch out. So I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those things where it's going to be a place for clans and teams to pop in, and it's going to be full parties only, 6v6 full parties, which I'm kind of stoked for. But this is that Tribute Guy signing off.